Oh man, it's getting close to the playoffs. Like, we're literally a few weeks away. When I say a few, I mean quite literally a few. 2 more weeks until the playoffs officially begin. The Knicks have a nice, safe-ish lead for the 3rd seed, but we do have some difficult competition coming up down the stretch. Can we keep the 3rd seed safe and sound? Well, I'll tell you what, if OG Anunoby, Ogugua Anunoby continues to play the way he has played since the injury to Jalen Brunson, I think we're just fine. And it's not just him. Mikal Bridges, king of the Bridges hive right here. Loving what he's seeing from Mikal Bridges. The wings looking great. And it's also nice to see the other guys step into their roles due to all the other injuries going on. We saw 2 solid wins against a Milwaukee Bucks team who's possibly going to be our 1st round opponent, and a fighting Portland Trailblazer team. Hate them or love them, they are a young squad that have all the right young pieces that are trying to figure it out. But I really want to talk about the stretch of basketball that OG Anunoby is on right now. But can it maintain when JB comes back? We'll see. PJ Tucker, after his second 10-day contract, was then let go, but then brought back on for a 2-year deal. And with the way that the New York Knicks were making some signees, picking up Anton Watson and then picking up PJ Tucker, somebody that was under the Knicks wing already for Westchester, and TJ Warren seems to have said enough is enough, bounced, as the Westchester Knicks have one of their best, if not their best season in Westchester Knicks history. TJ Warren wants no part of it. Is he frustrated with the Knicks for not picking him up with that final spot?
Yep.
And Jalen Brunson is officially cleared for basketball activities. He said it from his own mouth, and that's all he's going to give us. He's not giving us any more on the situation. A lot to cover as we approach closely to the NBA playoffs, so buckle up. Let's get into it. Oh yeah, that's right. Dante DiVincenzo got in a fight.
Man, oh, come on now. Big time brawl now in the front row.
Man, scrappy time of the year, man. Run the intro. What's going on, CK Crew? It's your boy CK2K. Welcome back to another video. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, hit the notification bell. Don't forget to like this video. Yes, the consistency stays. It is not an April Fool's joke. We are still here posting every Tuesday and Thursday. And I want to open this thing up with the amazing play that has been produced by our 2 wings, OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges. As much as I love Mikal Bridges, he has been great. You got to give all the shine to one OG Anunoby.
We're just figuring out as we go. Each game, we're just trying to be aggressive and make plays.
We could talk about his stretch since the game right before Jalen Brunson's injury and how great he's looked. But if we want to fast forward a little bit and just talk about his past week alone, he helped lead the Knicks to a 3-1 record while also averaging 30.5 points a game, 60% from the field, technically 59%, 42.3 from 3, and 2.3 steals. OG Anunoby has finally put his defensive prowess together with the offensive abilities that he has been telling the world that he could do. We remember the rumors back in Toronto that he wanted more touches. He believes that he could be a guy that, if given the opportunity, could lead a team, and right now we are seeing it in front of our own very eyes. OG Anunoby is a dog. He is playing angry. He is playing aggressive. He is finding all the ways to score the rock. We saw it to start off the season. Hell, I made a whole short talking about he should be in all-star conversations, but right now he looks even better than he did then, especially fresh off of getting the huge contract that he got. A lot of people were concerned, is he gonna be that guy? Can he live up to the money? Well, in his first year after putting pen to the paper, he is definitely looking like he can do it. This is no argument his best offensive stretch in his entire career. Hell, this is his best offensive season in his entire career. Not only has he played the most games up to this point in the season, and he still has 2 weeks to go since 2022-2023 season, he's en route to play the most games in a season in his career since his rookie year. He played 74 games his rookie year, and then after that, the most games he played in the season was 69. Right now, he's already at 68. OG Anunoby is taking the contract bump very serious. I mean, I remember in 2021, 2022, he averaged around 17 a game. That was his career high in average. Right now, he's sitting at 17.6. But like I said, the shot right now for him is money. And for him to pair that up with how great of a defender he is with the offense, it has been beautiful, 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 beautiful. And all Knicks fans are very excited to see it. I also cannot go without talking about my boy Mikal Bridges. Mikal Bridges has looked like the guy that we traded for initially in the offseason, looking like that number one option that he was in Brooklyn. That offensive ability, the defense also coming back. We're seeing him switching on to assignments and still being able to produce on the offensive end. These two right now are showing to be the tandem that we wanted so badly after trading for OG last season and then trading for Mikal Bridges at the beginning of this season. We're seeing exactly what we had envisioned for our wings. But now the question arises, is this because of the uptick in their touches with Jalen Brunson out, or is this something that they can maintain when JB comes back? Because let's cut to the facts. Jalen Brunson needs the ball in his hands. That's just the kind of point guard he is. You can cry, beg, and plead for him to start moving the ball more, passing the ball, doing this, doing that. Jalen Brunson is an offensive-minded player. But is there a way that Tom Thibodeau and these guys can figure out how to keep getting the touches to Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby while Jalen Brunson still does what Jalen Brunson does? To me personally, the answer is yes. I feel like when you have the likes of a Jalen Brunson and defenses are focused on Jalen Brunson, it should only make their offense so much easier. It really just comes down to the fact that they need to use what this stretch of basketball was for their confidence and keep that going. OG Anunoby should still be able to get to his spots the same way when Jalen Brunson gets those double teams. We've seen him get double teamed countless amount of times before the injury. Other teams are preparing themselves for the likes of Jalen Brunson because he is a superstar. This should only open things up for Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby. Nothing should change from them. Stay aggressive. Now, I understand you also have the likes of Karl Anthony Towns. There's a lot of hands to touch the ball. That is where Tom Thibodeau then comes to play. But will he do it? There was a lineup against the Portland Trail Blazers that I absolutely loved because it was defensive minded. You also saw OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges thrive offensively with it. DeLon Wright, OG, Mikal Bridges, Landry Shamet, and Mitchell Robinson was the five. And the other team just could not score on that lineup on top of OG and Mikal shooting that thing like crazy. We saw Mikal Bridges firing at all cylinders in that second half with that lineup, and that was the lineup I like to see. And there's nothing wrong with it. You know, with the starters, you know Jalen Brunson's the number one option. You know Karl Anthony Towns is going to be the number two option, and then OG and Mikal have to fit in. But then this is where Tom Thibodeau needs to get creative with the rotation.
What did you say?
I know, I understand the haters are ready to attack me after putting those two words in the same sentence. If, and I say if with a very big exclamation point, if Tom Thibodeau could figure it out, there is a way that you can still get this kind of production from OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges, while Jalen Brunson is back. We've seen lineups where he takes Karl Anthony Towns out early and let him rock late on in the first quarter, early on in the second quarter. You can do similar things. I think he did a great job of that with RJ Barrett before the trade. We saw RJ Barrett get out of the game after around 6-7 minutes. He checks in the second quarter with the second unit, and RJ Barrett was able to thrive and play his game. I think you can do something similar with OG and Mikal Bridges. I think it really just comes down to how you game plan and how you maneuver against other teams. Yes, there's going to be some nights where you're going to have OG have to focus on the defensive end more so than the offense, so he's going to play big minutes because he's guarding big wings like the Jason Tatums, the Jaylen Browns of the world. Same goes for Mikal Bridges. But there's a way around it that you can get this thing figured out where those guys can still produce this level of play, but also have Jalen Brunson be Jalen Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns be Karl Anthony Towns. But it's going to come down to chemistry. It's going to come down to understanding one another, understanding when it's time for this person to cook, that person to cook, the ebbs and flows of the game. We're going to see. We're going to be forced to see if that's something we can figure out. Speaking of Jalen Brunson, I want to talk about his injury, but before we move on to that, what says you? Do you see OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges continuing this style of play even with Jalen Brunson coming back and Karl Anthony Towns still expecting to get the ball the way that he has been? Is there a way that we can share the rock? Is there a way that Tom Thibodeau can make up rotations and lineups that these guys can all thrive? Not is there, sorry. Will he put up rotations and lineups where they all can thrive? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below about that. But Jalen Brunson we talked about him and his injury. We talked about how the coaching staff and the medical team has said that Jalen Brunson is healing a lot quicker than earlier anticipated. So much so where they got Jalen Brunson to talk to the media, and he had to say this.
Are you cleared to practice?
Cleared for basketball activities specifically, so.
But not contact yet?
Basketball activities, whatever that includes.
Oh, does that include contact?
It includes basketball activities. You guys are not going to get me.
So Jalen Brunson saying that he is now eligible for basketball activities. He's not going into any more detail than that, but that is a good thing. He also said the piece about him wanting to come back, ideally come back before the playoffs so he can shake some of the rust off.
Realistically, I'm hoping to play before the playoffs. I think it's just good for me to get some game reps before we go into that type of stretch run, but just most importantly, I want to make sure I'm 100% healthy.
I completely agree about Hell. I talked about it a few videos back where that was what I would like for Jalen Brunson to do, but like he said, the main thing is the main thing, and that is getting to 100% or as close as you can possibly get to being 100 before the playoff stretch comes. But to hear Jalen Brunson say it himself, knowing that he's back in the gym working out, you can tell that he ain't been braided up because he got the hoodie on. You ain't slick, JB, but go ahead, do your thing. Focus on the game. I get it. It's a great sight, and that's what we need. We need Jalen Brunson. Hate him or love him, whatever you feel, whether you like his style of play or not, Jalen Brunson, we don't go anywhere without Jalen Brunson, the captain in uniform, and we push it forward. But there is going to be a big learning curve for this team. The team needs to figure out a way to utilize all of the talent at once. It can be done. There's other teams with hell of a lot of talent on their squad, Boston, and they're figuring it out. There's gonna be nights where some guys who are typically big scoring names are gonna have to take a back seat. It's going to be that way sometimes, but it can be done. I like our odds. I like with the personnel we have. I like that we have that ability to do that. My only question is, can Tom Thibodeau put it all together and figure out ways and lineups to get it done? That is where I am curious. But what says you about that Jalen Brunson being back? Do you think it's too soon? What are your thoughts about JB? What are your thoughts about OG and Mikal Bridges and their great run? Now, from the tippy top of our roster, let's talk about the bottom of our roster. We did see a few days ago that PJ Tucker, after his second 10-day contract, he was officially let go, and it was thought that we were going to use that final spot on somebody else. Well, that was until yesterday, where Shams Charania confirmed that the New York Knicks have officially signed PJ Tucker to a 2-year deal, and that's after playing no minutes at all. Now, I like this and I don't like it. I for sure am happy with PJ Tucker being a part of the rotation. We need veteran presence. We need veteran leadership on this team. It is a very crucial aspect. We needed the toughness. PJ Tucker brings that. I liked it. I was all for bringing PJ Tucker in for the remainder of the season, use him in case of emergency kind of deal. But you're signing him onto a 2-year deal, and you wonder, is there a possibility of him being on the floor? And if so, whose minutes is he taking? We're already trying to fight for minutes for some of these young guys to get on the floor. Kolek, when everyone's healthy, he might even fall out of the rotation. DeLon Wright, who has shown some defensive prowess, he's going to fall out of rotation. So PJ Tucker getting signed on for 2 years just for his veteran presence. If that's the case, I like it, but I don't like it. I'm 50-50 on it, but I am definitely happy that we do have PJ Tucker for this upcoming playoff run regardless. And hell, it's for a veteran minimum, so it's not like we're breaking the bank to bring him on board. I'm cool with the signing. People seem to be half and half on it. Twitter has been on both sides of the fence with the signing. I'm more on the positive, but I do hear the negative. What says you about PJ Tucker being brought on for 2 years? Let me know in the comment section below. But with PJ Tucker coming on, we did unfortunately lose TJ Warren. I mean, Stephen Bondi tweeting this. TJ Warren left the Westchester Knicks not long after the Knicks signed PJ Tucker, league sources told the Post. Warren averaged nearly 23 points for Westchester and was hoping for a call up to the senior club. Yeah, man. Again, you can't blame him. I definitely feel like we could have used him, even if he was what PJ Tucker is. PJ Tucker definitely probably a louder voice, so they probably made the right decision for the veteran leadership aspect. But more importantly than that, you can't tell me that TJ Warren's offensive ability could not have been used, especially with the injuries that we've been facing. But I, again, can't blame poor TJ Warren, who's trying to get back into the league and having great offensive nights, whether he's played for Westchester or when he was playing for the Mad Ants last season or 2 seasons ago. He's had some good runs, man. What are your thoughts about it? You think it's just a little over dramatized? Do you think he has a point? How do you feel about TJ Warren basically taking his ball and going home because he didn't get that last spot. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. But that's it, man. A lot happening over the weekend leading into this episode. Lot to digest, lot to break down, a lot of thoughts for you guys to let me see. I want to go and respond to some of your comments, and hell, I might throw them into the next video on Thursday. So let me know your thoughts about everything mentioned in the comment section down below. But if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. Don't forget to like this video. It's your boy CK2K. I'm out of here. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Let's get it. Oh man, we got back-to-back starting today once again. The NBA gave us back-to-backs. Make that make sense. NBA don't like the Knicks. All right, y'all. I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm out of here. Peace.